Hi, I'm Anjali Bhimani.
Anjali Bhimani is known for her work as an actress, both on screen and as a voice actress. She gained notable recognition for her roles in television as well as animation. She has appeared in many television shows such as Modern Family, NCIS, and The Sopranos. Most recently, she even starred in Miss Marvel. As I've mentioned earlier, she has made significant impact as a voice actress. She stars as Symmetra in the popular video game Overwatch. Apart from the role as Symmetra in the Overwatch game series, which she is best known for, she's lent her voice to Apex Legends as Rampart and Medusa in Stray Gods, a role-playing musical adventure game. These are just a few of the projects she has been on, and there are many other projects across different genres in which her versatile voice work has been featured in.
If you don't know me, hi, new friends. If you don't know me, that's totally fine. There's no reason you should know me. So I wrote my own book, I Am Fun Size and So Are You, Thoughts from a Tiny Human on Living a Giant Life. Wrote and published that one in 2022. And then just recently, I published my friend Chris Edgerly's book through my publishing company, which is called Road to Ithaca Press. And his book is incredible. It's Soldier of Ages Tetton Hall. It just made the Barnes & Noble Top 100 bestsellers in the last week. So we're very happy about that. So yeah, that's me in the publishing world.
We then got to delve into the early chapters of Anjali's professional life. From the first spark that ignited her passion for the performing arts, the pivotal moments that set her on the path to success.
You know, when I was younger, I knew I loved acting. I knew I loved doing the school play and community theater, and I knew I was good at it and I really enjoyed it. But it didn't hit me until high school that, like, oh, you can go to theater school and you can actually be an actor for your career. So that's what I did. I went to school for that. I went to Northwestern and studied theater. And then as I was doing theater, I realized, wait a minute, being on TV is an option. I didn't know that was an option. Great. Let me audition for those things. So I began doing television. And the same has gone kind of for every medium that I've gotten to work in. Voice acting is one of the more recent lanes that I've been working in my career, because I've been doing this a long time. But once those doors started opening up, just in terms of auditions through my agents, there was no looking back, because I just love it so much. I know that my background in theater and other forms of acting is really the reason that I was able to step into voice acting the way I was. That and a healthy dose of luck. So I knew I always wanted to be an actor. I did not know it was an option until various periods in my life.
Moving forward, we got to delve a little bit more into her initial experience that shaped her passion for acting itself.
I wrote a one-woman show because, you know, why not? So I did this little play, and I did it in front of the class, and I got bit by the bug of wanting to do it over and over again. And then, you know, again, school plays and all of that. My first professional gig was actually right out of school. I did a production called Mirror of the Invisible World with an incredible director named Mary Zimmerman, who I've since worked with many times over the years. And I did that at the Goodman Theater in Chicago. That was my first professional acting experience.
Traditional actors employ facial expressions, body language, and the entire spectrum of physicality, unlike voice actors who navigate the rich tapestry of emotions using only the canvas of their voices. Anjali talks to us a little bit more about what goes on inside the booth.
I answer this question all the time, and I try to answer every single time I rethink. I try to think of not a new way, not like I'm changing my answer, but I just want to make sure that I'm conveying all of the different things that I want to say, which is exactly what happens when you're in the booth, right? Yeah. Like one of the things that you do is, I'm still making the facial expressions in the booth. I'm still doing everything I'm still gesturing with my hands. I'm still doing all of that because that changes how your voice sounds. Yep. You can hear the difference between when a person is smiling and when they're not. You can hear the difference between when a person is sad and when they're not. So it's my job, it is incumbent upon me, it is incumbent upon all actors to take everything that they have and funnel it through this one instrument. But that doesn't mean you're not playing the rest of it. You know? So that's one thing that I do. I also think that because of being theater trained, I played a lot with different voices. I played a lot with different effects, with accents, with all sorts of things, and was very encouraged to do so in portrayals of different characters on stage, rather than just being encouraged to only portray the many facets of myself. And because in the theater you have a little bit more leeway, at least in my experience, a little bit more leeway to not look like the character that was written on the page. That translates very much into the voice acting world as well, right? Because I don't have to look like anything. I can play a dragon, I can play a little boy, as long as I have some vocal tone or some expression that fits that character, that is possible. So yeah, just a lot of playing, a lot of figuring out what this instrument can do.
On the topic of how a single instrument can make many remarkable noises, we asked Anjali a little bit of a fun question. We asked if she had to voice a character doing a gymnastics routine, what kind of sounds and expressions would she make?
Well, that's just a whole lot of exertions. I mean, it depends how old. So how old is this character? I'm assuming this character is relatively young, because gymnasts, we don't have a lot of like, I don't know a lot of gymnasts my age who are doing flips, unless they're doing like action sequences. But for example, there'd be a difference between a little girl being like there's a difference between her exertions and necessarily someone who's a little bigger, a little bit older, who might be good like that kind of stuff. Although those gymnastics routines sounded very much like they were in a fight. I don't know any gymnasts actually make that much noise. I think it's all breath.
Yeah. As mentioned earlier, Anjali has starred in many projects. So we had to ask her, which one was her favorite?
I'm very bad at picking favorite anything.
Oh no.
I can pick I've said this many times, I can pick my favorite human, which is my husband. I can pick my favorite dog, which is my dog. And after that, I can't do single favorite. I can definitely say that I absolutely love, most recently, I'm absolutely in love with the character of Medusa from Stray Gods.
Okay.
So for me, it combined three of my great loves: mythology, singing, and video games. So it's just been such a wonderful experience. And the way that they wrote Medusa and the way that they had conceived of her and drawn her and everything is so unique to this particular property. It's so to this particular story. That it was so much fun to create her with them.
Navigating a career in the entertainment industry presents its own set of challenges. Maintaining a positive mindset during these tough times becomes essential in order to thrive in this dynamic field. Anjali shares with us her motivation to get through these tough times.
Being really certain from moment to moment why you are doing something really helps. Like what drives you to do it. My passion is not acting. That's the weapon of choice that I use to complete, to achieve my passion, achieve my purpose. I love taking people on journeys that they may not have been able to go to or may not been able to go on by themselves. I love being the person who's like, come on, I can take you to this really fun place. I can take you on this journey, and all you have to do is sit there and let me do the heavy lifting. That for me, allowing people to know that they are not alone, that they can have all of these things in the world that they think they might not be able to through the experience of some art form, that is very exciting to me. Because I think the worst decisions I ever made in my life were made when I thought I was alone, when I thought no one else in the world would understand me and no one understood no one got me, or when I thought ill of myself because of that. When people know that they are on this journey with other people and that it may be a unique path, but that they have other people with them, I think people tend to lean more into the good inside themselves and into the joy and into the ambition and the drive and the things that keep them going in dark times. Any chance I get to talk to people in any of the communities surrounding the things that I work with, the gaming community or the Marvel fans or whenever I get a chance to talk to someone, I get a chance to talk to someone who's read the book. and I hear from them how it affected them, that goes into the bank of my life is awesome. That goes into that feeling of, now I know that what I'm doing, I know I'm doing the right thing for me and for them. And it gives me more determination to stick it out when times are tough, because you can feel yourself doing good in the world, even if it's in tiny little ways.